A top South Korean official in charge of disease control says, however, that even if the country reaches its goal of vaccinating 70% of its population, the virus is likely here to stay. That's because it protects against the COVID-19 disease, but doesn't necessarily stop people from carrying the virus or infecting each other. It's also not clear how long immunity lasts. Bae Eun-ji has the details.
South Korea's National Medical Center on Monday released an interim vaccine report showing that neutralizing antibodies had been formed in all those surveyed. Research carried out on 50 of its employees, all of whom were given the Pfizer vaccine, showed that 62% developed neutralizing antibodies 3 weeks after their first dose, and all had antibodies 1 week after the second dose. The National Medical Center also reported that the fatality rate for the past 2 months has fallen to 0.69%. This is almost half when compared to the pandemic as a whole, at 1.49%. It added that 70% of hospital beds for critically ill patients are now available. But the chief of the country's Central Clinical Committee on New Infectious Diseases, Oh Myung-don, says that even after 70% of the population is fully vaccinated, it is unlikely that herd immunity will be achieved. He added in a press briefing on Monday that Pfizer's vaccine efficacy of 95% refers to the prevention of contracting the virus, not the prevention of the virus being spread to other people. He also said that not knowing how long immunity will last is another factor. Meanwhile, South Korea confirmed 488 new COVID-19 cases on Monday, the first time in a week that the number has fallen below 500. But this does not necessarily mean that the spread of the virus is slowing down, as the drop was in part due to fewer tests being done on the weekend. Of Monday's 465 locally transmitted cases, more than 40% of local transmissions were from outside the capital region. This raised concerns among health officials that the virus is spreading all across the country. The government warned that in order to contain the outbreak and to stop variants from spreading, there should be fewer private gatherings in May. Also, for 2 weeks starting Monday, the Education Ministry is trialing testing teams conducting PCR tests in schools for anyone wishing to receive one. This will be expanded nationwide if the test run proves effective in Seoul. Bae Eun-ji, Arirang News.